Oh, wow, wow. Just check that rising sun. Good morning to everyone. I'm just going to say our Serenity Prayer now. And then I'll leave you for a little while longer for you to enjoy this beautiful, serene, peaceful sunrise over on the east coast of the island. Morning to each and every one of you all again. For those who'd like to join us, please do. All others will be back with you in a few moments. God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you early risers. Well, you had the benefit of watching this glorious sunrise with me this morning. I know anyone else that watches it later on will also have a look at the same sunrise, but they would not have felt what I felt, I am sure about that, actually seeing it live. It is great to see all of you all on board. We did an extended start this morning so you could enjoy the beauty, because we had some clouds before we had the main blast itself. And I want to give everyone a chance to get up this morning and join us, because as you know, we're a family. We have to think of each other. It's not just one or two of us. We have to think of all of the family. So hopefully anyone else that missed the very beginning will go back later on and have a look at it, because it was absolutely glorious. Something I prefer to have had in 4K, but can't do 4K on the live. So we saw it just now, and I'm sure that we're all appreciative of watching this beautiful morning awaken and the promises of a new day being offered to us to make a difference in this world, make a difference to ourselves, and be better people in general. It is a beautiful morning here on the rock. Winds are a little bit strong over here, a little stronger than I expected. I came fully attired for all the rain and stuff because I wasn't too sure what was going to go on. You all know me already. I like to make sure that I'm over prepared than under prepared, because I don't have to shut this down and tell you all, sorry, we can't broadcast. I want to give you the opportunity to see this beauty with me. It is a beautiful, beautiful day in Iraq. And also, I want to get some of my own camera time as well. So good morning to each and every one of you all. As I said, it is a magnificent day. Well, Sargassum is in full effect now. The south coast, I saw some photos yesterday from the south. Very, very dense in Iraqli, and also in the Dover area as well, and St. Lawrence Gap area. I haven't seen pictures of the rest of the coast, but I'm sure pretty much all are the same at the moment. It is definitely coming in now, so we'll be monitoring that and we'll be viewing that. We're not hiding from it, just I want to show you something different today. As you all know, tomorrow is Docile Saturday, so that has to involve swimming. So a lot of heavy sargassum. Well, we will see that next week sometime. It all depends on how things go. I may do a 4K, take a run on the coast later on, do a 4K, little snips of each beach, put them together. I may offer you all, but I'm not sure. It all depends on how time goes, but you all know I'm going to do my absolute best to show you all of Barbados. The good, the bad, the ugly. No matter what it is, you're going to see Barbados as it is, and that's what the EMC offers you. Good morning to everyone. It is a glorious morning here in the island. I don't know how many of you have guessed exactly where we are. I know that I got a brother on here that would know for sure. Malcolm, good morning to you if you're on this morning. I know you probably guessed already. I wouldn't have to wonder. I know for sure you have got 100% so far. You're as well versed on the island as I am, as locations, etc. So I know you have that advantage for sure over most of the people who are in here. And you know, we're located directly between Tent Bay and High Rock, which is in Bathsheba. So I'm going to show you a little bit, show you a 360. So get ready for that. Here we go. Talk about beautiful. Jeez, beautiful Barbados. Now, you just had a 360, but I want you to see exactly where we're standing so you understand where we are this morning and the amazing vantage point that we have. So here we go. Look at that path of gold that's coming directly from that beautiful sun for us. Well, I want to stop here for a second. If you can look to the right of that stone that's in the center, or well, not stone, rock that's in the center of our screen now, you will see two things are sticking up. They were where the railway tracks used to be years ago. That's where the railway used to run. So you will see how much land has been lost since those days. Enough land. And to give you another perspective on it, I used to drive all along this cliff here. I would say maybe about 30 years ago or so. 30 years, yeah, somewhere in that vicinity, 20, 30 years, all through that kind of time period, on a wide track that used to run all through here. So all above there where you're seeing the open face of the land, all that has slipped off, because all along there is where I used to drive at that time. I don't know how many people have done that, but I'm sure that if they're seeing it now and they saw and they have the memories of it, then they would be absolutely blown away at that. Unbelievable land slippage along this east coast. I don't know how many of y'all are upside down readers or artists like me, but I did some work this morning for you all, especially for you all. I'm sure you all saw, because I know the EMC are super observant people. But have a look at what we're leaving here in Barbados for everyone. So I found a piece of chalk rock this morning, not chalk, but chalk rock this morning, and I thought I would leave this out here. I see some other scribes and stuff out here, but of course none of them have EMC, so none of them are as beautiful as this here. Yeah, so last night I continued with my ninja training. I went to sleep a little early. I went to sleep about 9 o'clock. Well, you know, I get up at 3:05 every morning, so that is a good time to sleep for me. And this morning I got up and I said, well, what I'll do is I would definitely make sure that I get the right weight. So I went and looked at the scale without my glasses on, and I've lost an additional 4 pounds, just to say. So I have an incredible training process that goes on. First of all, you estimate your weight in the very beginning. You then look at your scale the next morning. As you all know, I lost 6 pounds yesterday or the night before. And then this morning I got up and looked at it without my glasses, and I've lost an additional 4 pounds. So I don't need to do any exercising, because I'm well en route to becoming extremely fit and very agile for this big competition that's coming up now. It is a beautiful day. I don't even want to move from here yet, because too much scenery to take in. Let me get this beautiful driftwood just on the corner so we can take in this photo op. Also want to show you the high rock as well. Got to make sure you do it strategically well. Here we go. Photo op number 1. Right, I did my counting just now, because I know they got someone that puts their countometer and their 360ometer on me, so I'm gonna make sure I do this right this morning. As you can see, we have golden floats on this side. Over here has been taking this here for the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks. We've been getting fairly heavy floats coming in. However, there was most definitely a swell and wind change direction, and that seems to have pushed it around to south a little bit. South is extremely heavy from what I saw. I'm gonna have a look at it later on this morning on the way back. But I'm not too sure how bad it will be or how long it will be. But this is the beginning of the Sargassum season, so get ready for that. Over here, see a big tent. Now, I asked quite a few locals in this area this morning, what is that about? All I could get is a Canadian and his wife that talked to Dina, and they've set up something. That's all they got. So we got some facts here. It's Canadian person with their Bajan wife who've talked to Dina and have set up down in Bathsheba a big tent. When I get more information to that, I will add it on the next line, but that is it for now. I only want to give you accurate information. Perfect. Yes, I see people mention those things directly in front of me, but I am not going to mention them, because I don't talk about them right now, and I want to keep peace in the group this morning. Beautiful high rock. So let's give you a quick walkthrough. Directly in front of here, where you're seeing these little waves peeling off, is a place called Parla. This breaks from outside of this point when it gets really big, like hurricane swells or very big southeast swells. Parla is the place where you will come, because you can't really surf down inside because it's too big, especially for Soup Bowl. It gets too wild, it just closes out. I'm talking about big conditions, not little or just double overhead. I'm talking about like triple overhead conditions, etc. That's when you will really, you find a lot of guys up here, because they had to paddle off from by Atlantis Hotel and come around the corner to get out to the break here, or they don't get out. I am talking about hurricane days especially. We will see some of them because we'll cover it briefly. We're not, we don't have the equipment to really do a lot of photography or filming of surfing and stuff, but we certainly will give our little bit. Now where you see the waves are breaking just inside, about to break right now, that is a place called High Rock. That is the second break in this immediate area. And then down in the distance, where you see the first point of rocks that come out, that is Soup Bowl. That's what's known as Soup Bowl, the international surf break. Now I heard from one of, not our members, because they're not officially joining us in our morning group, but there are friends of mine, been friends of mine since I was like knee height, a grasshopper. And they told me that there's a big competition coming up next month to raise some money for Anderson Mears, aka an affectionately known as Huggy. He has some vision problems. I'm going to get some more information on that because I want to help in any way that I can, because that's what the EMC does. We help our brothers and sisters. You don't have to be a family member. We help everyone. There's absolutely no segregation. As long as you're of God's child or God's child, we're going to help you if we possibly can. So I'll get some more information on that, put it up for you, and I'm going to go over there and do whatever I can do for them. The guy said to me, you'll be perfect to commentate. I said, well, you don't really want me to commentate. Everybody will leave the beach. So anyhow, we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, beautiful morning, all the shadows and the warm colors and the contones and stuff, all beautiful, absolutely beautiful out here. The sun is casting its glory this morning. You can see who is waving at you there. I'm going to dismantle that right now and get rid of him. I'm going to definitely put him in the dark. I don't want him carrying away my show this morning. You know already, he thinks he can steal my show, tells you he can run the whole thing by himself. Yet he's frightened at home, hiding whenever we got a little bit of rain coming down. Alright, so onward we shall go. This is a foundation of what used to be a house. I guess a house. I don't really know too much about it because for the time I remember this was just a foundation, because I've always had slippage here. But there was a big section in the front. It was like a gallery foundation that has dropped off over the years. I can't remember the house here, to be honest with you. I'm sure that it was around when I was around this area, but I don't remember here too much really. I don't remember this actual location too much. Stunning morning, absolutely stunning morning. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Cheese on breads. I can get out the sun in a minute though, don't worry about him. I would like him to leave me alone and go back where he came from this morning. Well, we all hear that golling? Lovely sound this morning, beautiful. Alright, so this whole area here I used to drive through in a wide road. I mean seriously, a wide road. I used to come through here and I maybe have about 6-8 feet on the outside of the outer track. So as you can see, you could barely come with a bicycle through here comfortably now. All this has dropped off. All of here was land, and it has just dropped and taken a lot of the actual growth that was on it down into the bottom. You can see, well, I hope you can see through the branches there. There's an actual tree that's still surviving right down there that slipped right down with it. It's beautiful. I see all mentioning you know who, but we're not getting a conversation with that today. I have a book of strokes against certain people. Actually, not against certain people, against everybody. But there's some people that have already gone into 10 strokes. I named those 3 culprits yesterday. But I got some that are challenging them and coming up quickly. But we're going to watch and see how they go. But I don't really know where our shut-off point may be. Maybe at 100. But at 100, you know I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to come to you wherever you are on this island. And you're going to have to buy me a cup of coffee. For sure. So that will be your penalty. A cup of coffee, please. Get ready to take your breath away again. I'm going to give you an elevated view. So I'm going to keep quiet. Yes, I'm going to do that. You're lucky today. And I'm going to elevate you right up, and hopefully you get this beautiful view. Photo op number 2. You can imagine that the railway track used to run out in this water area here. So you can just appreciate the amount of slippage they've had. Now we're not talking about 200 years ago. So you can understand how badly the coastline has slipped over the last years. Down here serviced regularly by buses, majority time air-conditioned buses. I have my buddy and one of my dear friends rode all over the island on our air-conditioned buses when they were here, and I know for sure they did down in Bathsheba, so I know right now their memories are flowing Whenever I'm in Bathsheba, I always dedicate my vlog to my sister Tess, my older sister. Her son that passed away a few years back, unfortunately, he was a pro surfer in the States, but he is Bajan. And he used to always come here. Bathsheba was where he and his dad used to always surf. And I always dedicate my Bathsheba vlogs to Tess and obviously to Robert Roman. Robert was an amazing waterman. One of the best fishermen there was in that area down in, I think it was Sebastian Inlet. And he was also a very well-known surfer. Unfortunately, he passed away about 4 years ago. So my dedications are always to them because they live in my mind whenever I come through the Bathsheba area. It's a beautiful part. We're not going to go on the beach today because I have on my 4x4s. I'm styling then pretty shoes. I'm going to stay out of Sargassum. A lot of Sargassum on the beach. Low tide is not giving us anywhere to walk still because it's so dense down here. And from what I've seen on the south coast, that low tide will not give you anywhere to walk because it's just like way out in the sea or way up on the beach. But again, we'll show you that later on. Sargassum is not a problem, you know, because it's a part of a season, you know. And Barbados is structured in such a way that if you have Sargassum on the southeast, the west coast is there. And as you've seen, the west coast is magnificent. I will tell you, over the last year or so that I've been doing these beaches, well, 2 years now, that I've been doing the beaches consistently, I have fallen in love with the west coast. Now, I will always remain a south coast person because that's my home. But the west coast, I have fallen in love with the beauty. And I fall in love with the 6 a.m. beauty because over there it's cool at that time. There's no afternoon sun. You know, it's really cool and lovely. It's beautiful. I really am not a person for the west coast in the afternoon. A little bit too warm for me. So all the shade disappears. I like the south or the east where you get the sun at an angle. You can hide behind some trees and relax. But it has its beauty. It is no question about that. West coast is lovely. All right, just to show you what's happening here. We talk about the erosion. We like to show you what's going on. Check the crack that's forming along this section here where this coconut tree and stuff is. So you can see this will be gone. So if you're down here and getting photo ops, treasure them because this, all this section here will be gone. It's not a huge piece right now, but it will certainly make a difference to people who have seen it. All right, I'm going to give you a 180 right now of these beautiful. I'm going to step a little close to this crack. Check the thrill seeker then. I'm going to give you, let me see, I can't really call it 180. Dale, give me how many degrees this is, my brother, if you're on. But I'm going to give you something. And here we go. This is just too much reflection, too much beauty to watch. Definitely going to give you a little spin off here. Here we go. We're going to go straight into our photo op number 3. You had an extended photo op because, to be honest with you, when I look at this here, I get lost in the beauty and the peace and the serenity. I cannot encourage you enough to come over to the East Coast, especially in the Bathsheba area, anywhere but Bathsheba area in particular, and enjoy a sunrise over here. I can promise you that when you leave here, you will not regret it, and you wish you had been here before because you're going to be back again as often as possible. It is just breathtaking, and the peace is so thick you can actually taste it and smell it. That may sound strange, but that is the truth. You come over, you check it out, and you get back to me and let me know what you think about what I'm talking about. But look at that absolute beauty this morning. This ground used to be very, very popular at one time for cricket. They still play some matches here, but as you can see, it tapers off to the ocean. Not the best of grounds for cricket, but they still do have a few matches down in this general area. It's a beautiful, beautiful park that's being set up. Uncle Joe's just across the street. Like to mention any of the bars and facilities that I pass. Again, these are not for promotion. The object of EMC is to bring you beautiful Barbados and show you everything that we can. This is not a money venture. Of course you need money to pay gas, etc., etc. But this is not a money venture. This is not a money-making business. This is a journey that I am on. I am following God, and I have hundreds of amazing people that are joining me, and every day walking by my side, not behind me, not in front of me, by my side, and enjoying the peace and beauty that this island has to offer. You know, I've talked to a few people, and they've offered me some business options and stuff, but no, because they want to tell me what time to go out and where to go, and want to restrict what I talk about. That is not the journey that God has me on. God has me on the journey to bring you Barbados and tell you about Barbados and show you the beauty that I see through my eyes, and the love that I have in my heart, and the passion in my soul for this beautiful, beautiful island. Absolutely amazing. This is breathtaking. Anyone who has not been to Bathsheba that watches this vlog, Sargassum, don't care, makes no difference, irrelevant. And you don't come over to Bathsheba, you don't have a car, or you don't have the means to do so, because I don't know how anyone could see this and not want to take this in for themselves. This is what you gotta call stunning. I'm gonna go right on this little peak here. Don't worry, I am a thrill seeker. Remember, I'm Olympically trained. When you all see these stunts being performed or talked about, please do not try them, because remember, I am an Olympic athlete, highly trained and very skilled in all kind of things. But my first gold medal I ever won was a fall and get back up gold medal. Fastest faller and rebounder in history. Still hold the record for that worldwide. I know some of you may think, well, Nick must come down here early in the morning and survey all of these areas because he seems to have some pretty good photo opportunities. Well, no, I don't need to come down here. I can turn my camera anywhere in Bathsheba, anywhere, in any direction, at any angle, and show you beauty. That is not a problem. I can stop every 2 seconds and show you Barbados' beauty, because that is what is all around here. We're surrounded by it. And to show you that, well, I'm not going to do it for the tent, because the tent's going to block us. But you can see the stunning beauty down here. I mean, look at these scenes. Look at this matte of gold. Eh? Whoa. People want to know how I am able to be so excited and be so always on a good mood when I flick this camera on. And why would you not be? How could you not see this here? And no matter what your challenges are in life, how could you not push on one side and escape to this beauty and this peace? That is impossible. Well, impossible for me. Everything I say is about me. It's not really telling you what you should do or how you should react. It's just how I am. So forgive me if I sometimes say you should. I'm talking to myself. I tell you all the time. I am a little bit insane. I talk to myself quite often. And I also self-coach myself. You can see all the land side. Lots of Airbnb properties. If you're interested in coming over to Bathsheba and spending some time here, you can most definitely do that. It is absolutely beautiful. And again, peace beyond words. You're going to continue walking. I see the setting up for a DJ here and thing. I better find out some more about this here. Actually, I don't know why you'll be asking, because by 9 o'clock, you know, you got to be holding my beauty sleep. And I also have to go into my weight loss campaign. And that starts at 9 o'clock officially. So I really can't go partying too much. I'll find out more about this here though. I'll give Dina a call later on, find out a little bit more, so if any of you are on the island and it's a public event. Well, like always a public event, if you want to come and look at it. Don't mean that you can enter, but I will check out with her and see what's going on, just so we have a little bit more knowledge on it. That's something, and I probably forget to do that, so forgive me if it doesn't happen. Now, all of this pasture was here originally. Grass was all out here. We are seeing the sand right now. All here was the edge of where the grass was. In my earlier days, even further out than this actually. This rock here at low tide, well, you can go out there anytime if you want. You can even swim if you have to, but at low tide you can walk out there just about ankle deep of water. Sometimes there's a sandbar here at certain times of the year. You can walk out to that rock, walk around the other side and sit down and enjoy the peace and serenity, because the rock blocks off all of the landside sounds and amplifies all of the waterside sounds. And I know that because I have sat on this rock, seriously, hundreds of times in my surfing career down here in Bathsheba, because that's where we used to go. We used to buy our stew, which was sweet bread and cheese, and go and sit on the other side. However, I also have scars all over my head because it is not that tall, and I kept forgetting to bend down when I stand up. So be wary. That is a little bit of a word of advice. If you're going under there, walk around bent all the time. Look at that, folks. Look at those rays that are coming through that cloud this morning. Look at those promises from God of a new day. Beautiful, fresh day, fresh start. And it's Friday. So it's party time. Those of you that thought you would not survive, well, it's party time for me every day though, people. I just want to mention that because right now I am having a party. This is Nick's party. This is my style of partying now. But it's the weekend. You've made it. So those of you that thought you would not survive it, you have done so. Another beautiful scenic photo opportunity. Coconut trees to me spell tropics. If I don't see coconut trees, something is wrong. So I hope you all are feeling that way, and I hope that this beautiful reflection kind of you see and gorgeous Barbados hillside that's now beginning to light up because of the sun takes your heart and your soul to a place of peace and love. Enjoy this 20 seconds, folks. Absolutely beautiful. Remember, I advised you all this morning to bring your darker makers with Sargassum filters. So I see nothing but beauty here. I honestly see nothing but beauty, because you know why? I don't have to look at the sand. I can look at every rock, every hillside, every tree. The cliff birds that are flying all over and performing their amazing acrobatic skills. Not as good as mine, but they actually do it a lot higher than me. I do it all over the ground, but I don't have one right attire to do so. I have all my hikers today. I'll post some backflips and spins for you all, but not a time, one of these days. So, Dina's bar, I want to always mention her when I pass through here, because Dina gives me her Wi-Fi password. She'll give all of you all as well if you're customers. So if you want to come here and sit down and show your friends the beauty and stuff, and you don't want to pay data, of course, if you're traveling, you don't want to pay that kind of heavy cost, you can come here to Dina's and you can sit down and have a drink there, get something to eat if you would like. All the facilities are here as well. There's showers, there's also washrooms as well. I'm not sure how functional they are at the moment, but I know that they should be because they're NCC controlled. So I know for sure that you'll be able to be very comfortable if you're over here. But Dina's, good morning to you, and thank you for all the Wi-Fi and all the tonic waters that you've served me for the longest of times. And all the beers before that. Places over here, functions, that place just opposite us, that's used for a lot of weddings and stuff. Massive top deck, the whole thing opens at the top into one open event. So if you want to come down here and have your party or whatever, you can come over here, or if you want to just come and rent it to spend your week with it over here, you can do so as well. I'm going to go up a little bit on the higher elevation. We're going to walk a little bit more. It is Friday, and I'm going to give you a beautiful morning. We had a long extended sunrise, so I will put up where we actually start to talk, because I know you only come on here to hear me talk. I know already and see me, of course. So I will let you know where you can actually go to on the YouTube video and hear me immediately. It's lovely. This is my show and I can say what I want. So there we go. And I know later on I'll be having some serious talk with quite a few people. I already see some strokes that are going on to my list there this morning. And I hope you all are ready to buy me some coffee. Because if you're not, I will keep real quiet now, because I'm going to make sure I mark you. I will meet you at Grantley Adams International Airport with my cooler as well. I'll tell you, look, bring me coffee and let me go down the road. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A walk along here is like a walk through heaven. And that is the truth. Absolutely stunning location. Now, I did promise you a 360. I'll get, when I get up in a little higher elevation so you can see the hills and stuff. As I said, we're going to work our way up there. Right now I'm walking along this beautiful road laid out of old Sargassum, soft and spongy and lovely. I feel like just getting rude and sprint down here, you know, but then again it would be too shaky in the video, so Y'all won't be able to handle that. So I'll leave it for another day again. Just stunning Barbados. Beautiful Barbados. We have barely walked a couple of 100 yards. And there's nothing but beauty. I'm sure that anyone that's looking at this here will say, whoa. I know there's some of you that are a little disappointed about Sargassum. I can understand that. For me, it's not a problem. Because if I lose 3 or 4 months of sand on this side of the island, that's no big deal. Because I got another 8 months coming of beautiful sands. Absolutely perfect conditions. So if you're coming to Barbados at this time of year, expect to see Sargassum. It's become the norm. It's not something that we're happy about, you know, when it happens. But it's an act of nature, act of God. We don't have anything that we can do about that. Unfortunately, it appears as though man is speeding up the process and creating a bigger problem. But again, we don't have control over that. So we'll leave that to who does have the control. Now, originally this sign you say, leave nothing but your footsteps. You can barely make it out now. So, Mr. Talma, if you're online, sir, please do some more finger paint for me. Bring it over here, put it up on the tree. Brian Talma is actually going to be a part of an art show. It's going to be at the Art Splash in Hastings. If you're interested in have a look at that, please Google up Art Splash Hastings and have a look, see that art show that's coming up. I know that his work is amazing. You could sit for hours and look at one of his pictures because there's so many stories to be told, because all of his pictures are painted from his heart, from his experiences and his passion. So if you are on the island, please have a look over there, check that out for me. But look at this view. I'm sitting right now on a bus pole. Tell me any other bus pole in the world that you can sit at and see this beauty. I don't know, maybe you can, but there are very few. And you know me already. I am not biased, but this is the most beautiful view in the world. So, I can go up this elevation now. Maybe give you a little 360, let you see what the countryside looks like as well, up in the hills, etc. A lot of bigger homes being built in some of these areas up in the hillside. Obviously, people have got some better lands and stuff, but not the most scenic spot for the 360, but we'll certainly do it. I'll try and go high enough that I skip the trash can. Here we go. Just beautiful. So come and sit with me for a minute at the bus pole and let us say our farewells and let us bid ourselves a beautiful day going forward. I'm going to sit right here. As you can see, there are numerous benches. You don't have to sit at one. You can sit at any of these here that you want to. I'm going to go and sit at this one where we can see straight out in the ocean and we can have a better view. This place has so much beauty. I could do 3 or 4 vlogs between here and Joe's River, and people will just sit there in awe. Well, I hope you're sitting there in awe. And if you're not, it's just like I tell you all on the YouTube channel. You hit the thumbs up. The thumbs down button does not work. If you hit the thumbs down button on YouTube, it will format your hard drive. So do not risk it. Only the thumbs up, please. I have had an amazing day. I had such an amazing day. I'm going to take off everything here now and talk to you all in my formal work. In my work attire, not formal, because I just took off my formal work attire. I want to wish you all an amazing day. I hope that it brings you all peace and serenity, and I hope that you're feeling love and friendship and kindness that I am feeling from here in the morning. Yesterday someone said to me, well Nick, well actually I thought it was a very kind comment. You know, Nick, you shouldn't really let this get in your way of enjoying Q and stuff like that there. But to be honest with you, nothing gets in my way when it comes to the vlogs and when it comes to the journey, because this is my life. This is what I love. I can sit at home, as I did yesterday, for 8 hours in the computer and laugh, feel sadness, feel joy, feel lifting spiritually, emotionally, in every way. It is an amazing thing for me. Listen to your comments, read your comments, even when they are joking with me. I love them. It is my life. This is what God has asked me to do, walk this journey. There is nothing in this world that's more important for me. All the partying, all of the crazy times that I had in my life before, they're not my life anymore. My life is the journey. I don't intend to sit down for 24 hours on the journey, but I do tend to dedicate myself to making sure that everyone that comes on here understands how important they are to me and how important they are to the EMC, because each and every one of you all make a tremendous difference to where we go, what we do, and how we project ourselves to the rest of the world. Because I think this is our refuge for everyone in the world to come if you want to find peace, love, beauty, and happiness, and people that you would not find anywhere else really. So you all have a fantastic day. As usual, I don't want to flood you all with beauty, so I will go back onto the landscape. Sorry, I would walk around this camera facing on me all day long because I think I'm the most beautiful person in the world. Anyway, you all have a fantastic day. Remember, you're one of God's children. You are blessed. You forgive yourself because He forgives you. You move on with your life, and you bring cheer, and you bring positiveness, and you bring happiness to everyone around you. Sometimes we all going to go in dark spots. I know that. You all have seen me in this week. I told you all I was in not in a dark spot, but in a rough patch. But you know why? I forgot the Serenity Prayer. I was trying to control things that are not in my control. So that is where I always tend to go wrong. But I'm human, and I'm allowed to make mistakes. But I'm also human, and I'm one of God's creations, and I can ask for His forgiveness. I hope you all have had a beautiful day with me. I have had an amazing day. I'm going to go home. Well, after I travel the South Coast, I'm going to go and look around the South Coast and have a peep. I'm malicious. I got my cooler, and I got some fruit, and I got myself an energy drink. Yeah, I need an energy drink because, you know, I'm a little bit sluggish. But it's not called lazy, it's just called sluggish. So I see somebody saying they're on the way to the airport. I hope you're on the way to the airport coming here to Barbados and not leaving Barbados. But either which way, if you're coming, I look forward to welcoming you. And I hope you will come and share some sand with myself and the family at Crystal Waters on Sunday or somewhere else on a beach. And if you are leaving, it's not a problem. Your countdown to returning officially starts today. Don't be sad. Be happy, because every day from here on in is a day closer to Barbados. Have a wonderful day. Be peaceful and loving to everyone. Take care. I'm going to leave you here for like maybe 10 seconds or so to say your farewells. Have an amazing day. Love you all.